do the sex.
Today's Talk Sex with Annette topic is how to sit on a face like you mean it. June is here, and that means it's Pride Month. So in this episode, we're breaking down how to sit on a face like you mean it. And yes, I'm talking to femmes, queers, doms, switches, pillow princesses, power bottoms, and curious first-timers alike. Face sitting isn't just about oral sex. It's about taking up space, claiming your pleasure, and literally placing it front and center. So whether you're straddling a partner with a beard, a baby face, or a vulva of their own, this episode will give you the confidence, angles, rhythm, and mindset to make it an experience neither of you will forget. But before we dive in, let me remind you that I am over on OnlyFans, and there I'm sharing my intimacy how-tos and demonstrations along with audio-guided self-pleasure meditations. I'm also on Substack doing a whole lot of the same. You can find me in both places with my handle at TalkSexWithAnnette. And of course, you can find all of the links you need to find me anywhere you want to if you scroll down to the notes section of this episode. But for now, let's dive in. I'm ready to talk about face sitting. Cheers. Let's start by answering the question some of y'all are too shy to ask. What exactly is face sitting? At its core, it's a form of oral sex where one partner straddles the other's face so they can stimulate the clit, vulva, anus, or penis with their partner's mouth. Depending on the body parts involved and the dynamic between the partners, it can be soft and slow or dominating and feral. But face sitting isn't just another position. It's intimate, it's intense, it's primal. Here's why it's such a turn on for so many people. First, visuals plus power play. The partner underneath gets an up-close, front-row view of your most vulnerable, powerful self. It's overwhelming in the hottest way. Second, there's a control exchange. Whether you're doing the sitting or being sat on, the roles can shift between dominance and surrender. It's full of juicy power dynamics. You know I love those. And then there's the sensory overload, being smothered by thighs, breathing in scent, taste, heat. For many, it's intoxicating. The anticipation and visual stimulation of face sitting can spike dopamine and oxytocin levels for both partners. One study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior found that being engulfed by a partner's genitals through acts like face sitting can intensify feelings of closeness, submission, and arousal in participants across gender orientations. Let's bust some myths about face sitting, especially for femmes. I want to clear the nonsense and your internalized messaging about face sitting so you can get to enjoying it as soon as possible, like tonight. So myth number one, I'll suffocate him. You won't. You're not made of bricks. Your partner can tap out, signal with a squeeze, or shift if they need air. Most want to be overwhelmed, and let's be honest, they're not there to breathe. Pro tip, if you're sitting on a partner with a beard or mustache, grind gently and tilt your hips. Facial hair creates delicious friction, but only if you're moving with intention. It can also get uncomfortable real quick. Myth number two, I'm too heavy. No, you're not. This one's rooted in fat phobia and shame. Your body deserves pleasure. If you're anxious, hovering is an option, but you're allowed to fully sit and let go. I promise, your partner's gonna love it. Myth number three, it's too dominant for me. Face sitting is a gift, whether you're in control or receiving. It's a celebration of mutual desire. You're not being too much, you're being delicious. Get in that mind frame. Let's talk about how to sit with confidence. First of all, another name for face sitting is queening. So it's time to think like a queen. But let's get into step one for becoming a queen and sitting on your proper throne. First, set the scene. Props help. Place a pillow under your partner's head or a wedge to elevate their face if needed. Light a candle, cue the playlist, and decide if you're hovering or fully sitting. Now, for some people, there are also alternatives. If you've got achy or bad knees, weak hips, this isn't going to keep you from being a queen and sitting on your throne. In fact, there are stools and chairs out there that are designed specifically for queening. You can sit upon your throne. There is a hole in the bottom where your partner can slide under and have their face right where it needs to be. I'll make sure to share some links below and on my Substack. So if you're interested, well, you can go shopping for your own throne. Here's why it's important to make sure you have all the right props and you've set the scene before you start. Comfort reduces performance anxiety, which can increase natural lubrication and deepen arousal. It's also going to make it a whole lot easier for your parasympathetic nervous system to settle and do what it needs to do so you can make your way to those big, delicious O's that your partner's waiting for. Step 2 is to mount like a queen or a deity of choice if you prefer. First, kneel with your thighs straddling their face. Then tuck your hips forward slightly to give better access to your clit and vulva. You can rest your hands on a headboard or thighs for balance if needed. Another face-sitting position that you can use, especially if you are a penis owner or you're face-sitting with one, is that you can reverse it and let your backside drape over their face while your legs frame their shoulders. Reverse cowgirl style. And for my trans friends and non-binary lovers, adjust for comfort. If you've got bottom growth, hormone-related changes, or just unique anatomy, work with what feels right. You get to define what face sitting looks like for you. The next step is to find your rhythm. You're going to start slow and let your partner explore with their tongue. Grind in micro circles back and forth or rock gently. If you want to tease, lift to hover and lower again. If you want to dominate, hold their head in place and ride their face like it owes you rent. Pro tip: audio stimulation, like your words or deep, commanding moans, plus clitoral pleasure equals a blend of anticipation and climax. Studies show that this combo lights up both the reward and sensory motor systems in the brain. Translation: it's hot and satisfying. Face sitting or queening isn't just about receiving. The givers are important too. So here are some tips for giving when you're the one underneath. If your partner's sitting on your face, lucky you. Here's how to turn it into a masterpiece. Use your whole mouth, tongue, lips, and even slight sucking, or more if they ask for it or command it. Play with pressure and texture. Don't forget hands. Grab their thighs, grip their ass. Help guide them. Another hot tip: moan into them. The vibrations alone can throw them into an orgasm. And my last hot tip, which is one of my favorite, is look up. Eye contact from under a lever, erotic and emotional as fuck. It's hot when you're the one on the bottom, and it's even hotter when you're the one on top. And finally, let's not forget aftercare. Aftercare isn't just for kink scenes, it's for any intense act. Face sitting can be physically and emotionally intense and intimate. So here are some things you can do for aftercare. And of course, you're always going to want to ask your partner ahead of time what they need. But make sure to talk afterward. Talk about what felt good and what you would want more of next time. Of course, don't forget to hydrate. And it never hurts to have some sexy snacks waiting for you afterwards. Also, be open to giggling, laughing about the experience, especially if it's the first time. It can feel really vulnerable, and humor always helps sort of break that discomfort and let your partner know that everything's okay. Make sure to reassure each other, especially if this is a first time. That's going to help you bond and ensure that you get to experience a second time, and a third, and a fourth. So here's your Talk Sex with Annette pleasure challenge for the week. Face it like you mean it. Whether it's your first time or your 50th, I want you to own it. Take up space, guide the rhythm, and see what happens when you stop worrying about being too much and start focusing on being worshipped. And if you're solo right now, don't worry. I'm not leaving you out. Try straddling a pillow, a toy, or just practicing the motions in front of a mirror to build that confidence. You're allowed to turn yourself on. I do it all the time. If you're ready to turn up the volume on your sex and intimacy game, check out my full library of how-to episodes and sex ed guides on my YouTube channel. If you're a listener of this podcast, you can find me with my handle at Talk Sex with Annette, or talk to me about my sex and intimacy coaching services. I am a great wing woman and I want to support you on your pleasure journey. You can find out more about my services at talksexwithannette.com or email me at annette@talksexwithannette.com. If you're looking for that perfect toy but you don't know what to buy, if you scroll down to the description below, you are going to find links to all my favorite brands and stores below, along with my VIP discount codes. Feel free to use them and save lots of money on all of your orgasms. And make sure you're receiving my hottest weekly sex and intimacy tips. You can make sure to receive them by subscribing to my e-newsletter and my Substack. You can find me on Substack at Talk Sex with Annette, and there you're going to unlock VIP content and my VIP discounts that are for my loyal listeners, viewers, and readers. And of course, don't forget to check out my intimacy how-tos and demos and my audio guided self-pleasure meditations. All of this content is designed to help you have a better intimate life with your partner and with yourself starting tonight. So until next time, sit like a queen or a deity and let me know how it goes. I'll see y'all in the locker room. Cheers.
Do the sex.